Hello, this is the Integral Dose podcast. My name is Vale.
Hi, my name is Sarah.
And my name is Sarah.
Another day, another dose.
This is the podcast that covers all things related to, integral to, radiation therapy.
Alright. Okay, so today we have Mizi, a lung expert radiation therapist, aka advanced practitioner for lung cancer. For those of you who are wondering what exactly advanced practice in RT encompasses, you have come to the right episode. As Mizi here will be telling us more about the role of APRT. So hi Mizi.
Hello, hey, hi.
Hi, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having
me. To share on the topic on the advanced practice. So maybe you would like to start by telling us more about yourself. How long have you been an RT, and what made you specialize into lung as an APRT, and maybe how long have you been in this specific role?
Sure. So I'll start off with a brief introduction about my RT journey. I've been a radiation therapist with the National Cancer Centre Division of Radiation Oncology for about close to 10.5 years.
Wow.
That's long.
Yeah, time flies. It was just yesterday I was an intern. It's really super fast. Anyways, my journey to become APRT is not that straightforward. When I joined the centre, I didn't plan onto getting into the clinical advanced practice role. I found my first love to be in the pre-treatment processes, which is CT simulation. So I've always thought that my whole RT life I'm gonna super specialize in CT simulation, how to acquire a perfect CT image, and how to get beautiful images as the diagnostic radiographers. But it's funny how life kind of throw you a lifeline or a curveball. Yeah, so the story is I was fairly deep into CT simulation for over 5 years. So I was really loving the processes and how we problem solve at the simulation level. Then we used to have a lung APRT previously when I was in CT simulation. So this our ex-colleague actually came to me into the room and approached me and asked, Mizi, how do you feel like becoming a lung APRT? Then I'm quite confused because isn't she the lung APRT? Why ask me? Isn't that sorted out? But then I came to know that she is leaving the role and the department. So from then on, I gave a thought about it, and I thought, okay, maybe it's a challenge for me. So it's not a straightforward process where I said I want to be a APRT, then the next day the department announced, okay, here's your new APRT. There's an actual process to it. Okay. So when the position opened up, when she left, the department they kind of send out an email, a job application to all the RTs in the department. So it's an open application, basically applying for a job. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware of how APRT selection works, but
no,
I'm here to kind of walk through everyone's to get some clarity. So the email will be sent out, job opening. Then they will also state the prerequisites.
Oh yeah, I think we saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, so like any other job, every job has minimum requirements. Yeah, so if you're applying for a finance job, you have to have MBA or something like that. Yeah. So for specific to APRT, you have to have 5 years of clinical experience on the floor, minimum. Then you also have to have a post-grad degree, which is basically a master's or a PhD. Then apart from that is more character-wise, strong leadership skills, strong education skills and stuff like that. Anyone that is eligible can apply. So once you submit your application, they will schedule an interview with you. So I ran through what happened to my interview.
So before that, can we know who are your interviewers?
Sure. I'm going into that. It was so scary. It was super scary. Yeah, so it's So it's not just like 1 or 2 person, it's like 5, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lung head, which is Dr. Connie Yip. Then Dr. Ng Wilun
Wow.
from the RO team. Then Dr. Song as your deputy head. Yeah, then on the RT side, there's Eric Pang. Yeah, so there's those people were my interviewers. Yeah, so we got into the interview and they asked a list of questions. Then from there, I think it took like maybe a couple of days or a few days, where they got back to me and said that I've been selected to be the lung APRT among all the other applicants.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually quite fast, right?
Yeah, but the journey didn't start there because I was still on the fence. Yeah, I was still thinking about it. Like, should I get into this clinical APRT role? But I'm gonna have to give up my love for CT simulation.
I see.
Like, am I ready for this? So,
I see.
well, the good things I have like quite a good mentor, which is Eric Pang. So I texted him and asked like, can I speak to you? Yeah, so he took some time to kind of like speak to me face to face, and it's about a half an hour talk, and after that talk I decided to accept the position.
Okay.
Yeah, so from there, that's day 1 of me accepting as a lung APRT.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's how one become one APRT. So other sites who have the same journey, I would feel.
Nice. Okay. So how has it been as your role as an APRT? How long does it? I mean, how long has it been?
I accepted the position in July 2023, so that's been 2 years.
2 years exactly.
Wow,
right?
2 years
Yeah.
already.
It's been
fast.
That's
pretty
fast,
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it seems short though. Like I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still like lacking a lot of knowledge and skills. Yeah, but I think it's a super long journey to get to where you want to be as an APRT.
Right.
That's great.
So, can you tell us more about what it means to be an APRT, drawing from your experience from being a lung APRT, right? As I know, the APRT role was modeled after the APNs, the Advanced Practice Nurses, and there is a definition on the Singapore Nursing Board website. So it states stuff like they have expert knowledge, they acquire complex decision-making skills for extended practice, and are trained in the diagnosis and management of common medical conditions and chronic illnesses. Is this similar at all to what you do, or is it very different? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so looking at the definition of APNs, I can definitely say that the APRT model is quite close to what we are trying to achieve. Expert knowledge base is definitely one of it. So if you're a lung APRT, you're supposed to know the basic and more, which is lung staging. And complex decision making is definitely one of the other skill set that you have to have as a lung APRT. Because one of your core skill is motion management strategies,
Right.
which I personally feel that is extremely complex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
do too. So.
Yeah, so from CT simulation to treatment delivery, it is a super complex process. So I mean, like it's good that we are in line with advanced practitioners. So we can safely say that whatever we are trying to achieve for APRT in NCC or anywhere in Singapore or worldwide, we are striving for that goal, the same goal, to fill up these labs that our allied health is having. Especially in the RT world, as you know, we are very niche.
Yes.
And you know, we always use new things like new gadgets, new products,
Correct.
new motion management things. Yeah, so
Technology.
every day we are evolving. So we have to have someone that is expert in all these gadgets and tech.
So
All right.
Yeah, so I feel the core role is to do all this. Yeah.
So let me put it this way. So you have to know basically everything about every lung case that's passing through the department, and you need to make decisions for certain things. If there's challenging setups or challenging immobilizations, like patient unable to hold their breath, for example, you need to figure out how best to handle this case, stuff like this.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I think one of the core challenges for us, as you know, is setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think especially for different lung volume, the tumor lies away from where we are drawn. So not just solving the problem. Solving the problem is the end goal. But more important for the APRT is to understand why the problem is there in the first place. That means investigating the core issue. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The core concept of RT is immobilization or some form of stabilization, localization of the tumor. So having like a tumor in the lung region where respiration, breathing is happening all the time, this definitely makes it very challenging to administer radiation to that area.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. We're handling things that are moving, basically. So that makes everything else much more complex. Yeah.
Talking about complex decision, so for your 2 years experience as an APRT, what are the most complex decision that you have made so far? Any cases?
Yeah, so in retrospect, I spoke to the previous lung APRT before she left.
Okay.
Because one of my major concern is to make clinical decision. Which I'm very afraid of. Like, I mean, we as artists, not that we are not knowledgeable. It's more of like, if you make a wrong decision, it will impact the patient's treatment journey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I asked, but she kind of reassured me that you don't really have to make big clinical decisions because all of that should be still under the Red oncology side. Yeah, but back to the point, what kind of decisions I have to make is when usually is during the pre-treatment processes. Yeah, so for example, we have exhausted all motion management strategy. And the tumor motion is still a lot. And the next big question is, what do we do next? Yeah. Or at the treatment floor, we have done the CBCT and everything is correct. And the tumor is just not where it's supposed to be. What to do next?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's those kind of complex decisions is the main concern that I have to deal with on a daily basis. I don't really have to deal with today can break treatment or not. That kind of, It's mainly like what to do. Like they always look up to me or turn around their chair like, Mizi, like what now?
Yeah, what's next, right? Yeah.
So that's the scary part. Yeah.
Pressure's on you now.
Yeah, exactly. But learning is a learning journey. Has been very fulfilling, I must say.
Oh, that's great.
Right.
Mizi, what about, like, for example, there's a patient where you mentioned you exhausted all options, right? But the doctor still insists on moving forward with a particular setup? Like, how would that be handled?
Yeah, so I've kind of shared my knowledge or more like wisdom to the pre-treatment team. Before you call the RO, get all the information that you need first. Have you exhausted all options? And what are the motion for each strategy? Think through, have you really exhausted all options? Once you've done all that, present the findings to the oncologist. Then the oncologist have to make a clinical decision from there. It won't be fair for the RT to be the one making decision based on whatever findings that they have. Ultimately, it still falls under the oncologist's decision making. So to answer your question, it's back to the oncologist. But as the RT level, the quality of response that we need to give our radiation oncologist is to present them with all the available options. And if we can take a step further, is to give a recommendation on what's best for the patient. Yeah, I think that would be great. I think similar to one biggest struggle we have as a RT is prostate, rectum size, bladder size. It's the same.
Yes, yeah.
We wait 1 hour.
Yes.
the bladder not big.
2 hours sometimes.
Yeah. A doctor can accept or not the volume. I'm like, if a good RT will be like assessing how the shape of the bladder is, the type of treatment we are giving, the rectum, how it impacts. Then from there, give recommendation. Example, like I would postpone the patient by 1 week. I feel that the patient can be well hydrated for a week. Or I feel you can give laxative and we try again next week. Suggestions like that. Yeah, we make the value of RT even higher rather than just asking what to do next. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because we have the experience with all these. We know that it's likely that patient can hydrate themselves for a week and it could probably be better. So we can recommend this on.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So I also want to ask, this is a huge undertaking because now a lot of decisions basically hinge on you, and there is a lot of emphasis on like interdisciplinary collaboration and like communication between various groups of therapists and doctors and nurses as well. So I'd just like to ask if there was any further training to help your role as APRT.
Okay. Formal short answer. No further formal training.
So you learn on the go, right?
Yeah. So just when I accepted the role, I do a lot of self-directed learning.
Oh.
Wow.
Meaning to say, one way to learn what you don't know is to attend audits. Yeah, so for Lung, we have weekly audits on Friday. So ever since I took up the role, I have been attending the weekly audit. The weekly audit kind of make you understand what you don't know, because there's a lot of terms that we are not familiar with as a RT because we are not medically trained.
Yep.
So they throw a lot of terms and conditions or anything or medicine or chemo or anything that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So how I learn is to take down everything that I don't understand, go back and read up on it, and collate it into a PowerPoint slide.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my self-directed learning coming from the weekly audits. But just to share, I do have a form of training for very specific niche competency things.
Okay.
So for example, I went through SBRT competency training with the lung team.
What did you do in that
Yeah,
training?
so just a bit of a background. All SBRT CBCT images at the treatment floor has to be verified on set by the radiation oncologist. Yeah.
I
Right,
see.
right.
Okay.
So one big value or lapse that the lung team requires is someone to take over that role to assist them in approving the images on set. Yeah, so having said this, you need to train that someone, which is a lung APRT, to be a competent person to do image verification for high dose cases, which is SBRT. So during so we have this SBRT training, which I have done last year.
Nice. All right.
So the training comprises of like a few kind of sections. So the first one is just an observation log, which you have to just shadow the radiation oncologist. For any SBRT cases, you note down what are the matching instructions or the matching components that they look up for.
What is being prioritized?
What being prioritized, what to look out for, what the troubleshooting options for this particular case. Yeah, so once you completed the observation log, you proceed to do your actual competency. So for the competency, how it works is you have the hot seat, you do the matching in your own best judgment.
Okay.
Then you reset the shift, then the RO comes in and do their own matching.
Oh.
So we kind of compare the shifts and see how
far?
how far apart or how close I am to the
How close
radiation
have-
oncologist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. It's like a concordance study to determine how in agreement your shifts are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is
Okay,
a concordant
okay.
study,
Okay.
but more on the competency side. Yeah, because
see.
apart from just matching, there are certain competency cases where the radiation oncologist do ask me, what are you looking out for? Or I also got tested like, if this happened, what would you do? So they give me some situation, because the competency cases that I went through is pretty like standard. So like it was good on my end because I don't have to troubleshoot everything. but of course it's not legal enough. So what they do is they introduce different situations to me
I see.
and ask me like, scenario A, what you do, scenario B, what will you do. So like a kind of like a Viver kind of thing, but on set in the hot seat while you're trying to match the image.
Under
Oh, that must be
pressure.
quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So even though there's no like formal program, like we
No.
try to come up with a semi-structured program to kind of like get you in like used to making all these decisions under
Exact-
pressure and
yeah,
exposing you to all kinds of things that could potentially go wrong.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think we can have one type of formal training for an APRT, honestly.
Right.
Each APRT has their own role to play. It's extremely niche. I don't think it's easy to create like a formal structure for someone to go through and say, okay, you're APRT now. It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's very customized to each kind of role.
And also because of the departments, their protocols all are different, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
it also depends. On the needs of the team.
Correct.
Because APRT, if you look into the worldwide scale, it's not just site specific. But for DRO and CC, we go site specific APRT positions. Other countries, they have APRT in CT simulation. They have APRT in just SBRT.
Nice.
Meaning to say
so
this
technique.
technique based. So
specific.
basically this person can just approve SBRT for all sites.
Wow.
Okay.
So having said that, it is not possible to curate like a formal training to pass out an APRT.
Totally
Yeah.
understand.
Right.
Before we move on, maybe for the general listeners, they would not know what is audit means, what is SBRT.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry about that. So audit is basically like a group of doctors come together to discuss a case, right?
Yes, yeah. So any new cases that comes into our center will be audited. Like a group of doctors will discuss the case. If it's pretty standard, we will just take it as it is. But if it's a bit more complex, doctors will give their input as to how we can deliver the best care for the patient.
So is the next management like what is their next treatment management lah?
Yeah. For input in simple terms, if a patient comes and if it's not eligible for radiation therapy, maybe a oncologist will say, I wouldn't treat this patient. Maybe you want to consider chemo first. Example. Yeah.
I see. Okay. And SBRT is a stereotactic body radiation therapy, which is also a very high dose, correct? High dose in a short fractionation.
Yeah, correct. It's a highly conformal radiation therapy technique. Typically, we use SBRT for very early stage lung cancer. So like T1 or T2 lung cancer where patient is either not eligible for surgery or they refuse surgery.
I see.
Then SBRT comes in as an alternative treatment.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
So because it's large doses and small volume, that's why the stakes are kind of higher, and that's why it's important to have image approval, someone to verify the image and sign off before every treatment.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Alright.
So even though we deal with CBCT images on a daily basis, maybe another person have seen way more images than the APRT, but you still need to kind of select someone, just one person. It's just more for the accountability portion.
Yep.
Yeah, you cannot have a group of people that is competent in SBRT and with a spread out accountability if something goes wrong.
Okay.
Basically just one person in charge of the high dose treatment.
Yeah. Just
But-
being responsible, right?
Yeah.
Keep things consistent as well.
Yeah. But the processes that we have in place is very safe because the condition is that for the first day of the treatment, the radiation oncologist still have to be there
Okay.
with me shadowing them.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's never me alone. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Nice. Okay. Is advanced practice for everyone? Like, do you think any Tom, Dick and Harry can just... yeah.
Why don't I flip it like to ask you guys? Do you guys think anyone can be a APRT?
Strong imposter syndrome here.
It
Personally.
depends.
Personally, no lah. But
Actually, I think, right, for a person to become an advanced practice, right, that person has to be likable.
Wow. How has charisma got to do with this?
likable by everyone. I don't know. I
It's
mean, like,
true though, I feel.
Yeah, you can you imagine, like, I don't know, if it's someone that you don't
No, it makes sense because you have to be likable because you're working with so many people.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not just
It's
your radiation therapists,
true.
you have to work with oncologists, nurses, and in my case, some respiratory side, chemo side.
Someone with
Yeah.
good teamwork. Yeah. Good team
Yeah,
player.
exactly.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So back to your question. Personally, I'm sorry. I don't think advanced practice is for
it's for
everyone.
everyone. Yeah, I also think so.
I'm not saying that no one can do it. I'm saying that it takes a certain form of qualities for one to be an APRT.
Totally
Having-
agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Having
agree.
to go through it for 2 years, there are a few key characteristics that I found for someone to be a good APRT. One is definitely like the self-learning portion. I'm not saying that it's wrong not to be able to self-learn, but all I'm saying is that if you are in this
Be
position,
driven.
you have to be self-driven in
Yeah.
learning.
Right.
Yeah,
Agree,
you have.
for
Yeah,
sure.
but you have to know what you don't know, which is the most difficult part.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Then
right.
apart from that, you have to know that you are dealing with unfamiliar ground.
Right.
Meaning to say, you're not just doing day-to-day easy stuff because that's what artists are supposed to do.
Right.
You
Okay.
are selected or you're in a position where your fellow artists are unable to solve it. And you comes in to try and solve it.
Okay.
Yeah. Then apart from that, like you said, it requires a lot of teamwork. Like everyone has to be in sync
That's right.
with your plan or what you are suggesting.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
apart from that, yes, you have to have strong leadership skills because
Yeah.
imagine you as an APRT trying to implement something new and
Yeah.
you're not really of a leader, and how can you like
People to
motivate?
follow and
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
try it out as well. The
Yeah.
trust in, I think, your colleagues is very important.
Correct. Then people might like, are you doing the right thing? Like
Correct.
things like that. Yeah.
People should want to follow your directions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And not begrudgingly as well.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Then to top it off with that leadership, you have to be a very good mentor and a very good educator. It just has to come naturally as an APRT.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, if you're implementing something new, a new workflow, a new gating technique, when you need to educate people.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you're not a good teacher, then
Yeah.
you are unable to implement things effectively.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so everything kind of ties in together, I feel. So back to the point, there's quite a few big key characteristics that one should have if they want to consider to be an APRT.
Okay. Have you ever been humbled down by, for example, because 10 years of your journey, but only 2 years as an APRT, right? So, you know, there are other seniors above you. When you're making those decisions and you're trying to tell them this, have you ever been like shunned over, you know, like what are you talking about, you know, that kind of thing? Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was put in that exact position.
Okay.
It's more of, I always like to tell myself that if someone it's more clear about the knowledge or the technique, I am more than willing to listen to them.
Okay.
Yeah, because I myself, I don't know everything.
That's right.
And I need my colleagues to also teach me if they know better.
Great.
So back to the question, I wouldn't say I was put in a situation where I was humble, but I was put in plenty of situations where I was educated thoroughly with other people who was not APRT, which is I'm very thankful for.
Okay.
I think it's really true what they say, like, all your achievements is not solely by yourself, but it's also because of your surroundings. Yeah.
Exactly, like especially in our field,
Correct.
everyone knows we are not working alone.
Yeah.
Correct. Teamwork is really,
Yeah.
really...
Teamwork,
Very
yeah,
important,
exactly. Alright.
Okay. Anything that during your APRT journey you have like really a rewarding moment or experiences you can share with us?
Or any specific moments.
There's a lot.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
It's good to hear. Yeah.
I'm glad we asked this question. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an ongoing thing.
So
I wouldn't
it's not
yeah.
all grit and challenge. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. There is definitely some fulfillment in my journey as a APRT. a bit of a background, I was also having quite a high interest in clinical education. I love to teach students, interns, and even my colleagues, even though they are senior.
Yeah.
Each time someone understands the concept of what I'm trying to teach, I feel very fulfilled. So I feel the APRT role kind of complements that, because you have no choice but to teach people. Yeah. So one example is recently we commissioned a new gating technique, which requires me to kind of educate the staff on what this thing is about.
Okay.
Yeah. So when the staff understands and they're able to apply to day-to-day practices, it's extremely rewarding.
Okay.
But that's on the RT portion side of things. For my lung team with the doctors, I would feel the most rewarding part is being able to value add to the team, especially with the online image verification for high dose treatment. I think with the increase in cancer detection and diagnosis, we are getting more and more early stage lung cancer patients that is fairly, is like quite elderly, not eligible for surgery, so they will come to us for SBRT. So with this increase in this type of cases, the load for the doctors are also increased. But as you know, our doctors, they are not just coming to work to look at images. They also have a million other things to do.
Yes.
So having to step in and deliver the same quality of image matching and relieve them of that so-called quote-unquote duty is fairly rewarding, to know that they have put their trust in me to run the image verification process.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is the other rewarding portion.
Yeah, and I feel like personally I can attest to this like attribute of Mizi, because just sharing some of my personal like experience. So since I was a student, Mizi has actually been my like a supervisor, and then like the way that he mentors his colleagues and I think students alike, I think it's been very clear and you really feel very well mentored under him lah. So
Oh,
I
thank
just
you.
say that, yeah. Yep, that's important.
Yeah. No, I mean, personally, I didn't have much good experience when I was a student radiation therapist.
Okay.
And I made a lifelong promise to myself that if I were to be a therapist next time, to ensure that the students or the interns that come through our doors are well educated. And if
That's
they
good,
don't understand, be extra patient with them. Because everyone learns at a very different rate. Your goal as a senior, and also for all of you, you are seniors also, to ensure that whatever point you're trying to make across or concept you're trying to teach, be extra kind, be extra patient to ensure that your student or intern or your colleague understand that those properly. And if you are not able to, then refer them to someone who is able to pass on that knowledge to them properly. I just feel it's extremely important in our field, because we have a lot of processes and we are dealing with actual patients, like real human.
That's true.
Who entrust their life in us. So I feel we shouldn't just run through the day like from step 1 to step 10 without even understanding what we are doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay, kind is the word.
That's right.
Okay.
That really is.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that is a very good mantra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, got a bit deep there.
It's okay. It's good. It's good. I mean,
It's great.
before we proceed with the next one, as a APRT lung, you have any toxicity assessment to do with your patients?
Yeah, so back to the point that I think different APRTs have different role to play.
Okay.
So there are some portions that other APRTs are doing that I'm not doing. For example, toxicity assessment. There are also certain things that I do that the other APRTs don't do, which is SBRT image verification.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all in all, the main point is that each APRT, their role is to value add to their own respective teams
Okay.
and their needs.
I think that's a very well-rounded answer as to
agree.
whether anyone can be an APRT, or rather what are the qualities that one should have. Yeah.
All right. Mizi, is there anything that you'd like to share, like in general, to everyone who is listening here?
Or quote of the day from
Quote of the
Mizi.
Oh, wow.
Code of the day.
For anyone who aspire to become APRT in the future. Yeah.
Words of encouragement.
For
Yeah.
I wouldn't like specify in one single sentence, but I'm just gonna ramble through.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Shadowing my journey, whatever role that you are currently in as a RT.
Okay.
It may not be what you'll be doing forever. So be open-minded that new things will come for you. My golden advice, which came from my own mentor, is that if that opportunity comes to you, take up the challenge and give it a try.
So
Yeah.
take up the challenge and give it a try.
Yeah,
Well
So
said.
inspirational. Well
Well
said.
said, well said. Okay.
yeah. Right.
But I like the kind also lah. Seniors must be kind. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Must be
Very
very
important.
important.
I mean, yeah, we are all working together every day. We spend more time
Yes.
with each other than our own family members.
Yes,
That's true,
that's
I
actually.
think
Yeah,
the
indeed.
yeah, if you calculate the number of hours, so
Oh.
why come to work and not be kind?
Yeah,
Correct, yeah.
I know, right?
Be nice to each other. Yeah,
Be nice to each other.
be good vibes
Alright.
only.
Kind, be
Good
nice, be patient
Yeah.
with everyone.
Exactly.
Nice.
I did not expect this APRT role to touch on so much about kindness. Yeah, but
Of
definitely I see the
course.
relevance and importance. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we can end off this session.
Thank you, Mizi, for sharing with us about your APRT journey. Hearing about your experiences have been incredibly insightful. We've only just scratched the surface of this topic today, and I'm sure that our listeners would love to hear more. We look forward to having Mizi back with us at Integral Dose for future episodes.
If you have any other questions, we have a feedback section on our website. Please feel free to leave feedback, more episode suggestions, or encouragement for our speakers or our hosts. We'd love to hear from you.
All right. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for listening, and this has been your dose of content for all things related to Integral to Radiation Therapy. See
you in the
in the
next
next
episode.
episode.